now we have a lot of Black Panther news. Black Panther 2. Good. Like, I don't think anything is bad. So first thing, just want to hit it quick. We've mentioned in the past Letitia Wright with her vaccination status and being in Paris, whether or not they would have
not being able to travel.
Now, she is confirmed there and shooting. So
back on set.
She either got some sort of stipulation where she didn't have to follow those rules. She got vaccinated. Doesn't matter. She's there shooting.
She walked. I don't know.
Right. She's there. They are not reshooting. They're not taking her out. She's still going to be the primary protagonist. The other big thing that I wanted to happen is Winston Duke's M'Baku is going to have an expanded role.
Do you think this was because of the Letitia Wright things?
I think they probably they wrote in a bigger role for him just in case. Probably liked the way it looked, and then when Letitia came in, they were like, we can do both. So right. I think it was an expanded role that they don't need to make him the primary, but they were probably like, oh well, Winston super good,
right?
Let's have him be more
and
prevalent.
If you think about it, Nakia and the mother, I forget her name,
like the little brick phones.
Nokia. Yeah, Nakia, and then the mother and Shuri and General Everett Ross. Yeah, they were willing to give M'Baku the last heart-shaped herb to stand up to Killmonger. They were willing to, but they ultimately gave it back to T'Challa.
But yeah, so Winston Duke expanded role, awesome. The other things were involved two other characters that are being introduced for the first time in the MCU.
I don't know if I believe one of them, but
I know the one that you're talking about, and I would agree. So Namor. His story will apparently be introduced in a similar way that Black Panther was introduced in Civil War. So the story, even if he is the primary villain, it doesn't sound like he's going to be a heavy focus. He'll have effect on the primary story, but that he is not going to be the focus.
So there will be a problem at hand that will be caused to Namor's Atlantis,
which we know what that is because we've heard it.
Earthquake and or the Eternals Tiamat emerging from the sea,
which might be the same thing.
Right. That being said, there's a quarrel between, and there's a bad thing happening for two tribes, the Atlanteans and the Wakandans, to band together to beat said thing, even though they might have a quarrel themselves.
It's probably Aquaman. But yeah, so I think that's good news. I think having Namor be true prevalent when you're trying to not replace T'Challa, but with Chadwick's death, the story probably changed immensely. Trying to bring Namor in, and like
he's still got to be a bad guy though. Like he
has to start out a bad guy.
He's not a good guy. He's an anti-hero until he's a bad guy until he's a good guy, and then even more so, it's not like I'm still gonna do what's right for my people, rather
including in the comic books, he is one of the defenders of the multiverse.
Yeah, he's part of the Illuminati.
Right. So he does have to start out bad. Just like in my opinion, the best versions of Spider-Man start out with killing like Tobey Maguire's. I think that's smart. I think what they're doing there is smart. The last thing that they introduced, last person, is Doctor Doom apparently will have a small role in Black Panther 2 if he appears.
Yeah.
Why say if he appears if he's not going to show up? Why even talk about this? Because it's like, why even mention that unless he actually does show up?
I don't know. And would he appear as Doctor Doom? Or would he appear as Victor Von Doom?
He would be you would think he'd be Victor Von Doom, but Doctor Doom would be very attracted to vibranium.
But like the only thing that I could see happening is if they introduce the country of Latveria. They have Wakanda, they're introducing Atlantis, and if all of a sudden this spawns a country out of nowhere that is finally speaking up, and that country is Latveria.
That's a lot to introduce to say it's only a very small role, though.
Yeah, but like if they, I don't know, like if Wakanda's doing another say they're doing another what's the global US global thing?
UN summit?
Yeah, something like that. The United Nations, yeah, UN. So they're doing that, and Atlantis is. Or Namor is giving his speech, giving his speech. Like we are like we're not the enemy. Blah blah blah. We've been down there for so long, trapped. Like
right.
So right, and Namor's doing his little speech, and then all of a sudden it goes to a panel of someone asking it's Latveria, and someone just lifts up their pen, and all you see is like the top half, and they're just like twisting a pen or something, and it's Latveria, and then it says like Von Doom or something like that.
Right.
And it's like, what does the thing of Atlantis know about or something like that? You know what
Sure.
I mean? I can see something like that happening.
I wrote down if it really is such a small role, the way they made it sound, it would be something like Blade, where in Eternals, where all you do is hear the voice, so it doesn't even have to be the person that they have playing Doom. You can just hear the voice mention it,
and it says Dr. Doom. I don't know. I still don't believe that either. So I don't.
So we both are on the same page there. I think they brought this up to build hype. I don't think Victor Von Doom's showing up.
Yeah.
If Von Doom, unless he is supposed to be the primary villain of a Black Panther 3, it just doesn't. Yeah. It just makes no sense.
I don't.
We are officially claiming that is a debunked rumor of zero validity.
Yeah, I mean, like, he's going to be... I don't think it's going to be a Victor Von Doom or a Dr. Doom thing. I think it would be like a Latveria tease.
Agreed.
That's it.
For sure.
That's it.
I would agree. So. Well, that is it for our Black Panther news. We had some big stuff there, and I think, again, like I said, all positive news.